Yeesh. 17 minutes of commentary. Here we go. What's up, guys? Mancake here, as you all know, playing some Road to the Show with my starting pitcher, Zack Furmaniak. Got a really long video here, which I'll get to in a bit, but, you know, I'm playing for this AA team, the Montgomery Biscuits, which is the AA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. And even as a starting pitcher here in Road to the Show, you do begin your quest to the show as a bullpen pitcher, which kind of stinks, but, you know, at the same time, it's fairly realistic. Gives you a good chance to get acclimated to your pitcher, and at this point in your career, you really don't have too many good pitches, and, you know, you just kind of suck overall. But, you know, if you make some smart pitches and don't hang it over the plate all the time, as I do right here, you can hopefully, you know, advance through your career and make it to the bigs at some point. Right here, I get the nice 4-6-3 double play, forcing the ground ball with my changeup. Anyway, for those of you that might be asking, why is this video 17 minutes long? I decided to actually combine all of my bullpen outings into one video, because it didn't make much sense to take all of these short gameplays and just post them one at a time, because I'd be filling your sub box. I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate that, so one big video, and, you know, for those MLB fans out there, you're satisfied, and you've got one really long video to watch. And as you can tell, I've given it my first hit. Not terribly impressed by that, but, you know, if you hang it over the plate, they're going to hit it occasionally. It's just part of baseball. Also, you might notice in this first game that my catcher is calling the game by putting down specific locations for select pitches. This time it is a curveball down the center of the plate. This is called the adaptive pitching intelligence. This is an option you can turn on and off. I tend to turn it off, but I wanted to show it off for this first game. I mean, it'll help the newer players out there learn to hit their spots, but whenever I use it and follow him, you know, suggestion for suggestion, I end up generally getting hit all around the field, and can't really stop the opposing offense whatsoever, and my starter's out before I know it. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't really like to use it so much, and I do get a ground ball out there getting out of that inning and stranding that runner, which is good to see. And you'll notice in this first game that I really kind of didn't clip too much, and maybe even more so in the later videos, but I will really trim this down in the future. This is more or less just a first taste of gameplay. Do get a nice ground out here. But yeah, don't be surprised if I completely clip out an entire at-bat, or there's missing pitches from an at-bat. We all know baseball's a slow game to watch, and I'm trying to speed it up as much as I can so you guys can enjoy it while I throw down some commentary. But, you know, there are some at-bats that you need to see all of the pitches, but there are certainly some strikeouts where, you know, it's a 10-pitch at-bat, and you don't want to see every pitch, but that'll just be obnoxious and annoying, especially if I'm a starter and I'm pitching, you know, upwards of 7 innings, maybe even 9 innings a game. Do get my first strikeout here, though. Gotta love that. Don't really have too much, I guess you could say, stuff at this point as a starter. Gotta love watching these replays, too. Looks like he was out a little bit late on that pitch, and I don't know. I really love the presentation in this game, so I do try to include some of that, at least in this first game once again. But it is a close game, and, you know, this is a pressure-packed situation for my first game. And throwing down a changeup there right off the bat, that's not a very nice pitch to throw, and, you know, major league hitters might, you know, nail that one out of the park, but these minor leaguers sometimes, they aren't too smart. But I will say this, after playing a few games, that is another beautiful strikeout there, but yeah, after playing a few games, I'm definitely seeing these players are a lot smarter across the board. I can't just throw it down the middle anymore. I've got to work around the corners, even as a very, very poor pitcher. But there are the results from the first game. They give you a nice little track of all of the batters here, and we're on to the second game. But, you know, I did have 2 strikeouts and 1 hit given up in those 2 innings that I did pitch. Not a bad debut at all. Once again here in the 9th inning against Birmingham. I'm not terribly familiar with these AA teams, but Gotta get these outs here in the 9th, even though we are down. You'll see me using this running fastball a lot. I think I'm probably going to end up getting... Wow, that was a nice stab there. He does not quite get it there in time, though. Anyway, I think I'm going to end up getting another fastball here at some point. I did start off with 2 off-speed breaking balls with the changeup and the curveball, but wow, look at that mustache. I'm honestly jealous. Anyway, I will get a cutter here at some point, which is basically the exact opposite of my running fastball. You'll notice my running fastball will break to the right against right-handed batters, or I guess all batters at that point, but the cutter will break the exact opposite way. Like I said, it's basically a mirror of that pitch. I do get another strikeout here in my second game. This guy's had a great game, though. There is a runner on first base. Gotta play some smart baseball here. Going outside of the zone, he fouls that one just past the line. I don't know, baseball might actually need to get an instant replay for me at some point because I am getting some really lucky calls here. Do get a nice ground ball here for the double play, beating both players to the bag just barely. And I do get another great batter rating there. That is the end of the second game. Ideally, I don't want to give up any hits in one inning of work, but I do get a pretty clutch strikeout there on the second batter. And I really like this post-game recap of each and every single at-bat. It's a great way to, for me at least, to go back and recap on a game and see exactly what happened at each at-bat. And for you guys, if you don't get to see every single at-bat, you can look at that with a quick glance and see how I do. But right here, I start off this man with a circle changeup. He did not expect that, and that really won't fly in the majors against the bombers of the league, but right now, I do get occasionally lucky. And you'll see me pound these batters inside with my running fastball, especially the right-handers. That is just a nasty, nasty strikeout. I tied him right up, and I really can't wait to get that other pitch so I can go inside to the left-handed hitters, but once again, that's a beautiful mustache. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. I think he's got an Asian name, but with that mustache, he honestly looks slightly Hispanic to me. Not really sure what's going on with his player model, but like I said, I am jealous of that mustache. We got him in an 0-2 count here, though, going for a circle changeup low. One thing that you will get by keeping the ball low is a lot of ground outs, but yeesh, my third baseman lets it go between his legs. That'll be an error on him. My shortstop didn't have nearly enough time to throw him out there at first base. I like the fact that he did still get some positive points there, even though the man did get on base, as it wasn't my fault that he got on base. So that's good to see. Right here, though, clutch moment. 2 outs, 1 person on base. Gotta, limit any damage that can be done here. Really just attacking these guys inside, just tying him up once again. Like I said, I go inside all the time with his running fastball, and a lot of times it'll work to get people really tied up or at least break some bats. You never know. Deal in here early, though, low once again. You'll see me not really pitch too much down the center at all. If anything, it's usually a mistake pitch, but right here, that was a mistake pitch. It kind of hung up there over the center of the plate. And this man has a leadoff double here, which means I'm going to have to make some big pitches here to not allow him to score. Going against a man here who's got a very decent game going so far. We're up 4-3. Got to limit this man, and starting with a curveball. My curveball is one pitch that really hasn't worked for me at all so far. It stayed really high there, and you never want to leave one that high on the plate. They usually can get clobbered. Got an 0-2 count here, though. Once again, going inside. He's fighting it off there, though, and maybe go a little bit more inside this time, just a slight smidge more, and he does get some contact on that. My first baseman makes an amazing play running in. I think he grabs this one off the grass, just off his shoe tops. I did break that bat, like I said, keeping it inside, and that is a great snag by him. Possibly a web gem, I don't know, but another tough batter here. He's hit a home run, it looks like, against our starter. So I gotta, be a little cautious here and keep it outside. That'll be a long throw for my shortstop, but he does get him out at first base, and the man is still stranded at second. And another big game player here so far. I know it's early in the season, but all 3 of them have had a decent game. Going low, just barely gets a hold of that one. I get another ball because that one's got dirt on it apparently, and going with that curveball that hasn't done much so far, and like I said, I cannot find any control on that whatsoever, and just something I've got to work on quite a bit. Going back to the changeup here, I will ground out to the first baseman, hustling to the first base just in case. You never know what might happen. And that is the end of that game. Once again, I have not really given up a run, and I do get my first win because my team rallied back for the win, the 4-3 win. And with that really decent performance, I do get 102 training points. Can never get enough of those, so I'm happy with that. But it looks like my team needs me here in Game 4. This Tennessee team has put up 4 runs in this bottom of the 6th inning. And I've got a man on second, 2 outs, and this guy is 3 for 3. He needs to be shut down by Zack Furmaniak. And this is just a scary at-bat, I'll tell you that. Using a lot of these running fastballs, trying to get him to reach. I'm going to warn you, I think I cut out about 6 pitches in this at-bat. I'm not really sure. It was a crazy long at-bat. I think I broke 3 of his bats, as you see one right there. I do finally finish him off here, though, with a really, really nice changeup. That's my go-to pitch right now early on in my career. Really think I deserve a lot more than just 18 points for that at-bat. I do strike him out, and he's looking like a fool. But this man looks like he wants to hurt me. He's swinging his bat back and forth like a young Gary Sheffield. Not sure if they still have his batting stance in the game, but he definitely wants to hurt this ball, pounding that one foul. Yeesh, I really don't want anything to do with him. Trying to keep it outside here with a changeup. It's a mistake pitch. I hang it over the plate, and that is a single for him. After that great strikeout in the previous inning, that's not a good way to start off this 7th inning. Trying to go low here on the next batter, and he will pop that one up to the right fielder. Not really sure what this is about, though. He's acting like he's going to try and throw out the tagging player at first base, who was never in his right mind going to tag up. But I guess that's just them trying to be as authentic as possible and, you know, show off all those fun animations. I don't know. But this man is also hitting this ball really far. Got 2 strikes, though. Another long at bat here. He's actually a full count. I'm going inside. Dangerous pitch with 0 control, and he will pop that one up. My catcher makes a beautiful play. Look at that reaction time. I love it. And I'm really thankful for having some decent defenders on this team. Sometimes you can play on some minor league teams where these players can't even catch a simple ground ball or a fly out. And that's not helpful, but, you know, one more out here to get in the 7th inning. Going against another big, tall hitter. Not sure if he's a power hitter or what, but he's had a decent game. Trying to keep him off balance here by mixing up the speeds and going right back to the fastball here, this time inside. Hopefully it'll cut back in. Perfect pitch, finds the spot, and that is a strikeout looking. Furmaniak is, you know, maybe he'll just be called Zack Attack. I don't know, but he is on the attack right now. An inning and a third pitched, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit. Had to work for some of those, but boy, am I happy with the result. 62 points there. And this is probably the best game I had so far. If you haven't noticed, that last game actually gave me a win, but, you know, we are up big here. And Zach is just kind of catching his stride, you know, rocking that red hair with the nice goatee and the curvy sideburns. But, you know, I had a lot of long at-bats here as well. People were kind of starting to figure me out, and I really can't wait till I get that 4th pitch. And for those of you that might be asking, I am just playing on veteran difficulty, but I'm making people look dumb right now. I've left the sliders as default. If I do get really, really way too good, I'll probably up the difficulty, but you know, right now I'm striking out people a little bit over, you know, 1 strikeout per inning, which is fairly realistic for the strikeout kings of the league. But I'm just hitting my spots. 2-2 count right here. Going down low with this fastball. Mistake pitch, he went around, he tried to check swing, he saw it at the last second, doesn't matter. Another strikeout for me, that's 2 strikeouts so far in this 7th inning. Using that running fastball once again, going high inside. I don't go high too much, but you know, I go right back down to the lower corner here. I'm so confident, look at how big that bar is. You know, 2 straight back-to-back strikeouts out of the bullpen, and you really can't be beat. Pitcher's confidence is a great feature to this game, and that was a mistake pitch kind of, but you know, I was so confident, I just threw a changeup down the middle of the plate, and I struck out the entire side in the 7th. Still really confident here in the 8th inning. They're playing against a little short guy here with a, looks like a handlebar mustache. Maybe a goatee, I don't know, I'm kind of jealous. Anyway, I've been working this fastball a lot. Don't get my spot there and don't get the nice call from the umpire because I do have variable balls and strikes on, so I go right back to an off-speed pitch. This time it's a circle change, perfect release, and that is a good strikeout once again. Get out of here, sir. Get out. That's 4 straight strikeouts here out of the bullpen, but it won't continue. A little bit of a mistake pitch there. It's a bloop single to left field. Left fielder can't quite get there, and you know, I knew it couldn't continue forever. This man that I'm facing, though, is 3 for 3 with a man on first. You know, I got to step it up here. Still confident, though, and yeah, barely got that one to go foul. I thought that might be a line drive down third base line, and you know, that could have been a triple for him, but I go inside once again with that running fastball, runs in on his hands. We're at a full count, going outside, catching the corner. Oh, I'm just hitting my spots, and I am really, really lucky so far. And that is 5 strikeouts through 2 innings so far. Got one more person to get out here. He's clapping his hands. He's getting ready to jack a bomb. It's a guy with that crazy batting stance. Going inside with that off-speed circle changeup once again. Missing my spot, though. It's 1-0, falling behind him. That is not going to help. Swings at that pitch, can't quite get contact. And I've got a delay? One of the favorite things about the show here is these random little scenes where it's like, oh, there's a beach ball in the field. Let's pound it out of here, just like, or bounce it out of here. I don't know. At least there's no streakers running across the field at random points like at a Phillies game. Do get a nice change up there once again, though. Just the bottom of the zone and inside is so money for me. I'm going outside right here with a fastball. He's reaching. He swings under it, and that is my 6th strikeout in 2 innings. I ended up pitching 3 innings with 6 strikeouts in that game. Just a beast performance, and I actually got a save for that game. So 2 wins and a save so far through 5 games, and a lot of points there. And here is one of my final bullpen outings. I have 9 1/3 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts so far with 2 wins and a save once again. So I've definitely got some great stats there out of the bullpen. Love the fact that I haven't given up a run, but hopefully after this appearance, which I believe is my 6th, I'll make it to the starting rotation. And you know, once you're in that starting rotation, you never know what could happen if there's some injuries. Once I make it to the AAA level, you never know. September call-up would be ideal. If I was an 18-year-old rookie, that'd be amazing, and you never know if we'd be in a playoff race or what, but you know, that's a fun team to play for, that's for sure, with the Tampa Bay Rays. Do get a strikeout there, though, tying that man up. Going inside here, people are just swinging over this pitch. Going inside once again. Kind of lose control on that one. Almost hit him in the region where nobody wants to really be hit with the ball. But I do go low here once again with that fastball, and trying to get him to strike out here with a pitch I haven't used too much because it's not terribly good for me yet. I do get him to swing and miss. I've got to throw it to first base with the strike him out and throw him out there at first. It's a great catch there by the first baseman, and I've got 2 strikeouts. Going for the what would be the final out of the game. Going all over the plate and just making this guy look like a fool. Once again, 2 strikeouts in a row, and I've got a huge landing zone. I'm very confident there on that meter. I'm going outside. Comes a little bit inside, but he does swing over the top. That is 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. So there you have it. 6 games in 17 minutes. Hopefully you guys didn't get too tired listening to me do commentary for baseball. I do fail one of my advancement goals. I had to limit them to 5 hits. I limited them to 6 hits over 11 innings. Not too bad. I do get promoted to a starter. But yeah, thanks for watching. More 2K this weekend, guys.